graphic novel was honored as Book of the Year by People magazine and the New York Public Library, among other awards. And we have the award-winning author of this book himself here in studio. This is Tony Weaver Jr., who is joining us to talk about his book that talks about fighting back against bullying. You're part of the ComicCon convention. Good morning to you, Tony.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
I am feeling good. It's any day at ComicCon is a good day, I have to say.
I know. So fun, and it's just such a pleasure to meet you. And wow. First off, congratulations on this book that you have written that has won so many awards. It's called Weirdo?
Yes.
All right, so let's hold it up so everybody can see. There's the book. Is that supposed to be you, Tony?
Yes, it is. So Weirdo is a graphic novel memoir. It chronicles my personal experiences overcoming low self-esteem and low self-confidence and learning to embrace all the things about me that are different and weird.
Wow. And you know, you say weird, but you're embracing it. I guess in this aspect, it's a word of affection, right?
100%.
Tell us about what happened when you were growing up. You're from North Carolina?
Well, I live in North Carolina now. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And in Atlanta, I showed up to school trying to be the cool kid. But to me, the coolest thing in the world was a holographic Charizard Pokemon card.
Okay.
And my classmates, they did not feel similarly. I learned really quickly that the stuff that I thought was cool, a lot of other people thought was weird. And that was something that I had to overcome, because for a really long time as a kid, I let other people have control over how I felt about myself. And there are a lot of young people that are struggling with that issue today.
You know what I love about what you've done here is not only have you put your testimony in this novel, right? You also talk about something which I think is sometimes missed, and that is embracing the fact that different could be your greatest strength.
100%.
How did that play out for you?
Well, I think the reason that I wrote Weirdo is because when I was younger, I wanted to get rid of all of the things about me that were different. I wanted to be normal so bad. But as I grew older, what I learned is that nobody's really normal. Normalcy is something that kind of gets forced on all of us, and every person that you see every day has had to sacrifice a little bit of who they are in order to kind of pass as normal. But the people that live the happiest lives, that find the most victory, are the ones that are able to embrace the things that make them different and say, I know nobody else is doing it. That's why I have to. I know nobody else is saying these things. That's why I have to. No one else is creating stuff like I'm creating. That's why I have to.
Wow, mic drop. I mean, what do you say after that? That's wise words coming from experience.
Yeah.
What's your family say? Can you talk a little bit about that and maybe the support that you've had or maybe have not had around you?
So my parents have been extremely supportive. Both of them are in Weirdo, so they're characters in the book. And one thing that I did was I did not let them read it before it was published. So when the book came out, they were reading it at the same time as everybody else. But I feel like I portrayed them pretty well. My parents have been deeply supportive, and I'm grateful for the fact that they chose me. What I say is that every parent has a choice to pick what society says your child is supposed to be or what your child chooses to be. Every parent has an option to go, I'm gonna listen to you, or I'm gonna listen to what everybody else is telling me you're supposed to be. And I'm fortunate enough to have parents that said, I'm gonna listen to you, even though I have no idea what path this is gonna take us down.
So what you're saying is that this book is not only for those who might be experiencing something that, like you went through, maybe perhaps feeling, you know, having that low self-esteem, having been bullied, but also this could help out parents.
100%. I'm always humbled when parents walk up to me and say, I was having so much trouble understanding my child. My child's been dealing with bullying at school. I've been trying to be present for them, but I don't understand their point of view. And reading this book helped me be present for them. That's always something that I'm grateful to hear. And the book is intended to be a book that can be read by entire families.
Tony, what would you say to all those bullies out there, all of those maybe, you know, young kids, or older kids or adults who, you know, do act very rude to people?
I know you're not a bully, so I'm gonna say it to them directly. I'm gonna tell you what my dad told me. Nobody that feels big enough is gonna spend their time trying to make other people feel small. If you bully people, if you feel like you need to put people down, that means there's something in here that you haven't addressed. You gotta deal with that, man. We're waiting for you on the other side.
Yeah, I love that. Tony Weaver Jr., your book is called Weirdo. You are going to be at ComicCon.
Yes.
Where can people find you?
So the biggest thing that I'm doing at Comic-Con this weekend is at 4 o'clock on Saturday, I'll be signing copies of Weirdo at the second booth number 2800 in the exhibitor hall. I'll be signing. But I also have various panels and things like that I'll be at. I put a graphic on my Instagram at Tony Weaver Jr. that has everything. But my signing is on Saturday at 4 o'clock at booth 2800.
Tony Weaver Jr., thank you. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for
so
what
much.
you're doing. You look great. Again, the book is Weirdo. We'll be right back. All of this information in this clip will be on fox5sandiego.com. Click on the Scene On tab. So proud of